airship Calliope creaked and groaned as it soared above the endless cloud fields of the gas giant Thuros IX. Pale lavender fog stretched as far as the eye could see, pierced occasionally by the thin black spires of ancient atmospheric harvesters, long abandoned and half swallowed by storm. Captain Rhea Saul stood at the forward observation deck, eyes narrowed at the swirling mass ahead. "We've got a pressure anomaly," came Lieutenant Merck's voice over comms. "Southwest quadrant. Something. Big, define big," Rhea said, adjusting the dials on her wrist console. "It's disrupting magnetic flow and temperature gradients across half the quadrant. It's not weather. And it's moving." Rhea glanced at Dr. Elias Kale, the xenobiologist who had convinced the Terran Council to fund this mission to begin with. His soft-spoken warnings about Thuros IX had seemed dramatic back on Earth, but now, in the shadows of the upper atmosphere, those warnings suddenly felt like prophecy. "They called it a myth," Elias said quietly. "The Sky Beast. But every sensor reading lines up with what the ancient probe logs showed. We're not alone up here." Rhea frowned. "I don't believe in monsters, Doctor." "You will," he replied. The crew of the Calliope, a mix of soldiers, scientists, and engineers, had been tasked with establishing the first orbital refinery in Thuros IX's upper stratosphere. The mission was simple: anchor, harvest exotic gases, return in 6 weeks. But 3 ships had gone dark before them, lost without trace. They were told it was technical error. Now Rhea wasn't so sure. Night came early on Thuros IX. The twin suns dipped below the clouds, casting the airship in an eerie violet gloom. Lights flickered, hull plating shivered, and then, like the roll of distant thunder, they heard it. A low, guttural moan. Long, deep, alive. All systems flared red. A power surge hit the portside engine. Rhea raced to the command deck. "Merck, what's happening?" "We've lost gyrostabilizers. Something's jamming our nav." "There's..." "Captain, look." The external cameras lit up. A massive silhouette loomed behind them, half seen in the clouds. Eyes like molten silver blinked open in the mist. Tentacles of storm and electricity curled around a scaled form large enough to blot out the horizon. The beast was real. The crew erupted into chaos. Some screamed, others froze, but Rhea ordered focus. "Evasive pattern Zeta 4. Keep us steady. Don't let it know we're panicked." "It already knows," Elias whispered. Lightning struck the hull. The beast let out another roar, one that shook metal and bone alike. It wasn't just a sound. It was a psychic pulse. Crew members began experiencing hallucinations. Visions of lost loved ones. Nightmares from Earth. The ship AI glitched, speaking in voices it shouldn't have known. "The creature isn't just physical," Elias said, holding Rhea's arm. "It projects through memory, fear. It feeds on thought." "Then how do we kill it?" she snapped. "We don't. We survive it." As systems collapsed, the Calliope drifted into the storm. Rhea made the call: evacuate to the auxiliary gondola and isolate the ship's neural net to avoid further psychic intrusion. She stayed behind to manually pilot the main deck into a controlled descent, buying the others time. Elias refused to leave her. You said you don't believe in monsters, he told her, but I believe in you. With Elias' help, they rerouted auxiliary power and launched a burst transmission back to Earth, a warning about the creature and its psionic field. As the storm deepened, Rhea faced the beast through the command window. It's not here to feed, Elias realized. It's defending something. A scan confirmed it. Beneath the densest part of the cloud layer lay an enormous city. Alien, long buried. The sky beast wasn't hunting at random. It was a guardian. Rhea knew they couldn't win by force. So she chose understanding. She initiated full neural link with the ship's psychotronic interface and opened a connection to the creature using Elia's biofrequency translator. In a moment of pure contact, Rhea saw its memories, the fall of its creators, the endless centuries guarding a dead city, the loneliness, the rage at invaders. She reached out, not with weapons, but with empathy. We're not here to destroy. We're here to learn, she projected. The storm subsided. The beast withdrew, fading into the clouds. The crew, saved, wept with relief. Weeks later, the Calliope became the first Terran vessel to establish peaceful contact with an alien sentinel species. The ruins beneath the clouds became a site of shared exploration between species, a monument of what could be found when fear gave way to understanding. Rhea and Elias remained on Thuros IX, leading the research expedition. Their bond, first built in terror, evolved into something deeper, something fragile but strong, like the peace they'd forged in the clouds. And far above, the sky beast watched not as a monster, but as a guardian. Beware the beast in the clouds, they once said. But perhaps the real warning was this: beware what happens when you refuse to understand what you fear. Would you like prompts, tags, or a title card style summary to go with it?